ያ መሸጫ ቦታ ነው ትልቁ ችግራችን። ቀጥታ ገበሬው ከዚህ ሄዶ ፊንፊኔ ላይ ቁጭ ብሎ መሸጥ መቻል አለበት። እዚህ ጋር የምናመርተው እኛ ነን፣ ምን ደክመው እኛ ነን፣ ምን ለፋው እኛ ነን። እነሱ 3/4ኛ ሰው እዛ መከራ ሳይተውን በቃ መገናኘት አልቻለም። እዛ 50 ብር ይሸጣሉ፣ እዚህ በ25 ብርና በ30 ብር ይገዙ ነው። በዛ ላይ ተመርጦ የሚወጣው ወደ 10 ኩንታል የሚሆን ነው የሚጥሉብን።
Common challenge facing Kenyan farmers, just like in many other countries in sub-Saharan Africa, is limited access to markets. But in a country with a tech-savvy middle class, it would appear that it's not that difficult to use technology to bridge that gap. FreshPro is a Kenyan startup that's linking fruits and vegetable farmers to markets at the click of a button. Take a look.
መንግስት በሰጠን እድል አቮካዶ መትከል አለባችሁ ተብሎ አቮካዶ ተከልን። አቮካዶ ከተከልን በኋላ ደግሞ በመሃል 2 ኪሎ ሜትር እንትኑን ተከሉ፣ ፓፓያውን ተከሉ ተባልን። ፓፓያውን ተከል። አሁን ይኸው እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን ፓፓያውን ከተከልን 10ኛ ወር ላይ መልቀም ጀምረናል። 2 ወር ለቅመናል። ያ መሸጫ ቦታ ነው ትልቁ ችግራችን። ቀጥታ ገበሬው ከዚህ ሄዶ ፊንፊኔ ላይ ቁጭ ብሎ መሸጥ መቻል አለበት። እዚህ ጋር የምናመርተው እኛ ነን፣ ምን ደክመው እኛ ነን፣ ምን ለፋው እኛ ነን። እነሱ 3/4ኛ ሰው እዛ መከራ ሳይተውን በቃ መገናኘት አልቻለም። እዛ 50 ብር ይሸጣሉ፣ እዚህ በ25 ብርና በ30 ብር ይገዙ ነው። በዛ ላይ ተመርጦ የሚወጣው ወደ 10 ኩንታል የሚሆን ነው የሚጥሉብን።
ሙዝ ተመርቷል ይባላል፣ ከተማ ውስጥ ሙዝ የለም። አቮካዶ እንዳያችሁት ነው፣ ፓፓያ እንዳያችሁት ነው። በደላላ ምክንያት ቲማቲም እየተበላሸ፣ ሽንኩርት እዚህ 11 ብር አዲስ አበባ 60 ብር። ይሄን ማገናኘት ዋነኛ ስራ የመንግስት ነው የሚሆነው።
Common challenge facing Kenyan farmers, just like in many other countries in sub-Saharan Africa, is limited access to markets. But in a country with a tech-savvy middle class, it would appear that it's not that difficult to use technology to bridge that gap. FreshPro is a Kenyan startup that's linking fruits and vegetable farmers to markets at the click of a button. Take a look. 52% of Kenya's workforce relies on small-scale farming, a practice that accounts for 3/4 of the entire agricultural output in the country. A key challenge that most of the smallholder farmers face is lack or inefficient access to markets, therefore limiting economic benefits of the practice. It is this group of people that Eddie Ibrahim has partnered with to launch his tech startup called FreshPro.
FreshPro is a data-driven agricultural service and a food delivery service. We use consumers' data to match farmers' capacity, and we basically deliver food fresh from the farm to your doorstep.
Ibrahim, an engineer by profession, conceived this idea 2 years ago while developing a renewable energy program in central Kenya.
We were looking to find a solution for animal waste for the farmers. And we came to realize that that was not their major problem. Their major problem was actually a market for what they are actually growing. Then we had to come up with a way to access the market, and that is why we developed the application to make it easier for everybody to access. Because what we saw there on the farm, it wasn't just quality produce, it was good quality produce.
The mobile phone application takes orders for fruits and vegetables from consumers, and Ibrahim and his team collects the orders directly from farmers and delivers them to the customer's location. Over the 2 years, he and his partners have invested $150,000 in developing infrastructure, and in only 4 months of operation, FreshPro has about 1,000 downloads, 650 active users, and 8,000 farmers.
So that's a very good conversion rate. I don't think any business has a conversion rate than that. Most predominantly is because we are a local business, and we tend to have a very good customer care unit that mitigates anything that happens or anything, and make sure that the experience is completely different. Again, if you look at what's there in the market and what we are currently offering in terms of our produce, there's a stark difference, and that is a good advantage to us in the sense that if any person who tests our produce and they are able to get it, they review it, and they have a tendency of not going to the market.
While the consumers enjoy the convenience of not queuing and spending hours on shopping trips, the farmers in central Kenya seem to be the biggest beneficiaries of this innovation.
Actually, when we were doing farming before FreshPro came, we had some problems with marketing We had problems with where to sell our things. Okay, and we also lacked communication with customers.
A fairly big difference because now I have time to tender for my crops because now I do not need to move from here. They just come and pick the product from my saba now. So I have now time to tender for my plants. There's saving because they offer a better price. And also if I add the transportation and other related costs, now I do not use all those costs. So there's a lot of saving.
Okay, it is easy for me to farm because it brings good market for my produce, whereby I get quick and faster harvest and sell, whereby I sell at a better cost, at a good price.
Apart from collecting farm produce from the small-scale farmers, Ibrahim has also invested in customer data mapping, which he shares with the farmers to keep them knowledgeable of market trends.
If you download our application, the application is just not an application. It's a combination of analytic tools and all that. So we are able to analyze your order, and if you order a couple of times, we are able to predict your order for the entire year. Human beings don't change in taste. If you love pineapple, you always will buy pineapple. Doesn't matter. So with that information, we are able to give our farmers critical information that take 100 farmers, grow specifically this. And we give them, depending on the size of the land they have, we have, mapped the lands and everything. Depending on the size of the land they have, we give them to grow specific crop.
The startup is yet to break even, but Ibrahim is convinced that the business will ascend to profitability in the next 4 months.
Well, we see fresh as a force to reckon with the agriculture scene in the next 6-7 months, or even a year, because what we want to do is remove the uncertainty in the agriculture sector. You have well put it that the average age in Kenya for any farmer is 65 years. The reason why it is actually at 65 years is because young guys do not want to invest in agriculture. The risks are too long. They might take unemployment or anything. They don't want to take that because they see farming as very risky. So we want to remove that, radically organize this group of farmers or group of young entrepreneurs and encourage them to farm. That is where we want to mainly focus.